you YouTubers? It is me, Henry, coming to you today with a Fabled Quasar deck profile. Now, this is actually really pretty consistent, and it does really well. And, I mean, it's... Fabled can... I'm just going to get into the deck profile, guys. So, to start off, we, of course, have the... Go away. Yeah. We have the 3 Fabled... is it Kerburel, because when this card is summoned, you can just special summon it. It's a good level 2 light tuner. So yeah. Fabled Crus. When this card is discarded to the graveyard, select one level 4 or lower Fabled monster in your graveyard, accept this card, and special summon it. So really good if there's a tuner like Chihuahua in the graveyard that you want to special summon in order to make Formula Synchron. Now, speaking of Chihuahua, 3 the Fabled Chihuahuas. And this is really good because it enables you to discard a Fabled monster and special summon this from your hand. And since most Fabled monsters have an effect when they're discarded, it's pretty much always a plus. Normally, though, I discard Ganashi Chia. I don't know how to pronounce it, but continuing on. 3 Fabled Grimro, because if you have a Fabled monster, you can discard this and add a Fabled monster from your deck to your hand, except Fabled Grimro. Continuing on what I showed earlier, 3 the Fabled Ganashia. It's a good level 3 when it's discarded. You special summon it from the grave, and it gains 200 attack when special summoned this way. Remove it from play if you summoned it using this effect when it leaves the field. Really good when you want to make your level 5 or your 1 level 4 synchros, because if you have this on the field, if you have Kerburel on the field, and then you summon this, you can go into the level 5 synchro, or if you discard this card to summon Chihuahua, and then you special summon this, go into the 4, and so yeah, finishing off the Fabled Kusheno, because you can discard a Fabled to add this card to your hand. So say you haven't normal summoned yet, you discard Ganashi, add this to hand, special summon Ganashi, normal summon this. It can go into Vulcan the Divine, which is pretty helpful. Next, Mathematician for the plants and Level Eater in this deck. It's primarily a Fabled, but it does use plants in this. The plants really help pull out Quasar, so you gotta have Mathematician to send Spore or Dandelion or Level Eater to the grave. 2 Lone Fire Blossom, just because you have the plants. You'll normally summon Dandelion, because you Lone Fire, summon Dandelion, sync for 5, get the 2 level 1s, then summon a level 1 tuner, sync, draw 2, sync for Formula Synchron, draw 2 cards if you pulled out Librarian, and then you could probably go for level 5 and then go into Quasar right there. 1 Spore, because it's Spore. 1 Naturia Cosmobite, because when your opponent normal or sets a card monster, just special summon this card from your hand, so it's pretty good. Level Eater for just to help pull out Quasar, and then Debris Dragon to help pull out like Black Rose by special summoning a level 3. So normal summon, pull out the level 3, go into Black Rose, nuke the field, and then you can actually do Black Rose and then Quasar if you do it correctly. I haven't done it yet, just somebody told me you could do it, so I'm hoping I can do it sometime. And then 2 Curry Bandit, just again to get the plants in the grave, and it adds spells to your hand. On to spells, there's 10 spells, 2 back to square 1, because you discard, and then it's pretty much Phoenix, Wing, Wind Blast, just not as strong, but it does get around Royal Decree or Trap Stun, which is good. 1 for 1, because you do run, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You run 5 level 1s. You'll primarily, though, pull this out or Spore. So, yeah. 1 Foolish to get your plants to the grave. 2 Soul Charge, because you can special summon monsters from the grave and then make Quasar that way. 3 MST for back row. 1 Dark Hole in case you need to clear your opponent's field. Beckoning Light, because you discard your whole hand, so that helps you have Fableds like Ganashia in your hand. So you play Beckoning Light, ditch your whole hand, add Fabled tuners / monsters to your hand, and then you special summon this, and it's at 1800 attack. And then 2 Royal Decree, so you don't get like Mirror Forced or Dimensional Fissured. That's it for the main deck. Onto the extra deck. 2 Quasar. Just not 3 because of space in the extra deck. I like to have other plays possible. And then 2 Shooting Star Dragon because of the Quasar. 1 Fabled Leviathan, just because it's able to recycle 3 Fabled monsters back to from your graveyard to your hand, and it's a 3,000 attack monster. I hardly ever pull it out, so you can take it out if you want. 2 Ragnan. It's pretty much Librarian, but really good. So say you pull out Librarian, and you have like 1 or no cards in your hand. You summon Ragnan. Ragnan's effect goes off, and then Librarian's effect, so you draw 1 or 2, and then you draw for Librarian, depending on how many cards in your hand. So no cards, you draw 2, then draw another. 1 card, draw 1, and then another. It's just pretty good. The 1 level 4, the Fabled Unicorn, if you have the same number of cards in your hand as your opponent, pretty much negates monster effect spells, pretty much negates everything besides summons. Black Rose, because it's Black Rose. Vulcan, because it's just a good generic level 6 synchro. Librarian, because I think Librarian is a staple in a Quasar deck. Cataster, because it's Cataster. And then Mr. Bird Clauseless, because it changes and it targets a face-up monster your opponent controls, and its attack becomes 0, and its effects are negated. These last until the end phase, and it's pretty good. And then to help pull out Quasar, 2 Formula Synchron. Onto the side deck. 1 Stardust because of space in the extra deck. Like, I'll probably take out Leviathan for Stardust if I'm not pulling out Leviathan and I want Stardust. Or Crimson Blader if I'm facing, like, dragons and stuff like that. Take out Leviathan, put in Crimson Blader. Armades in case I'm placing a heavy back row deck. I'll slide Arc Knight Magician in. Just depending on what my opponent's playing. And then, so yeah, these are the 4 synchros that I side instead of main, because I wanted to run 2 Quasar and 2 Shooting Star and just one instead of just 1 of each. So yeah. 2 Ally of Justice Cycle Reader for the light decks like Boojins and Lightsworns. Maxi for Infernities. Debunk for Shadalls, Mermails, stuff like that. Shadow Prison Mirror, Mermails. Overworked for, I'm seeing actually a rise in Harpy players, so pretty much, yeah, for Harpies. Overworked, and so yeah, that's it for the deck profile, guys. I hope you like it. I'm out. Peace!